Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on Unscripted. Can you guys hear us? You guys can hear us? All right. I couldn't hear myself there for a second. It was a little bit of delay. We got Chipper in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
We also have the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam Wissinger, who's trying to win him some big money tonight at the Moose. And he got his inauguration was two Thursdays ago?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, we'll talk about that. And then the man who needs no introduction, he's on multiple networks now too. Here the Browns podcast, got the rubs elbows with Browns football player. We'll talk about that experience. Ladies and gentlemen, the VIP Shane Mack is in the building. Well, in the gray room.
The gray room. What up, fellas?
Hey, you still didn't get your call for the NFL draft. You feel like it's your door?
Yes.
So what's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
See that? Dynamite Dave, VIP, the star, and just Chipper.
Okay, so here's what we're
Oh my goodness.
You don't need no explanation, bud. That's why it's just simply Chipper, because you're that, in your own awesomeness.
By the end of the show, we will come up with a name for Chipper.
Whether he likes it or not.
We weren't here last week, so as we do each and every week, we go around the room and we will start off with the man who doesn't have a nickname, Chipper, ladies and gentlemen. How was your last 2 weeks?
Pretty uneventful. Got out and played. Finally got and played some golf Tuesday.
Golf.
Went out and played 9 holes for league. The key thing was I didn't hurt myself, so that was a good thing.
Good morning, Rachel. How you doing today?
And then we finished the bowling season this past Wednesday by winning the league championship.
Winning
the Shooters league champions. Yes. I
He says it like it's no big deal, though. Just another championship.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. I've only got 11 300s and 2 800s. Five championships.
11.
I'm not bragging or anything.
11 300.
Sounds like it.
Is that real?
Yeah.
So do they give you a ring for every time you get one?
They used to.
So how many rings do you have?
I don't know. Like 3 or 4. Then I actually brought out the smoker, put it in its place, and of course had to use it.
Aaron.
Real quick, I want to say happy birthday to my daughter. She turns 23 years old today. So happy birthday, Michaela. Love you.
Happy birthday.
And my girlfriend Erin is watching. Hopefully you get well. I know she's been sick all week. So if you guys got her on Facebook, send her a message, get well. She'd really appreciate that. But thank you for watching, Erin.
She needs a fucking Purple Heart for dealing with your ass.
Adam, we did come to the conclusion that that's why she's sick, dealing with me. But anyway, all right, Chipper, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, used it. I smoked a couple of pork tenderloins. They turned out real good. Did not make onion rings, so relax.
Oh,
damn you, Chipper.
But Adam, watch your phone later. I might text you later.
Okay.
I'm close. I'm only 8 minutes away, so I can come and get some.
Sure.
wow.
Other than that, not much else. No, I mean we're less than 3 weeks away from Crusher's home opening weekend or week. So
you're looking forward to that. You like doing that every. How many games do you think you went to at Crusher Stadium?
Oh Lord!
If you had to estimate, how many games
since the beginning?
Yes,
I have no idea.
Throw a number out there.
I mean, last year
was it more than 1,000?
Last year I went to almost. Last year I think I went to every game because I was the first year I was a full season ticket holder. And then for 3 or 4 years before that, we were half-season ticket holders. So that's 48 games?
At this point, do they just give you your tickets and fuck it, you ain't even got to pay?
That would be awesome.
I mean, he does have a nameplate.
I wish.
He should get something.
But they're not doing nameplates anymore. I was one of the last.
He got stadium mustard back. I mean.
Yeah, kudos to you.
That's what we've been told anyway. That's what we've been told. They're going to have stadium mustard. And if not, then I'm just bringing my own.
But do they have it here where you sit at?
We'll find out May 13th. May 13th is the home opener, so come on out, see if they got stadium mustard.
And it's funny because I love that the team they're playing. Like if you've ever driven to Kentucky, you've seen the water tower with Florence, y'all. Yeah. And that's actually the name of the baseball team, the Y'alls or whatever, isn't it?
Y'alls. Yeah.
Y'alls.
There are definitely some original nicknames for the teams in this league. I tell you,
I
that.
looked it up when I went on Crusher's website. I saw some of the names of the teams. I laughed at a few of them. I actually looked up y'all's gear, as a matter of fact.
Really?
I thought about getting a hat. I thought about getting a Crusher's hat.
I got a few Crusher's hats.
Trigger.
I like the old logo better.
I do too. I can't stand the grape thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, nothing strikes fear into the opposing team like a grape.
Screaming grape.
Chipper, I got a few questions for you. How long have you been a half-season ticket? Well, you said that. But how long have you been a season ticket holder, period? Because somebody had said something that their name was something else before, or their logo was something else.
Logo was different.
What wasn't it a guy that was like
yes
on it?
Yes.
And it had the LE on the logo.
And then what was their infatuation by changing their
mascot? Because the nickname Crushers, I guess, was meant to have to do something with
wineries
in this area. Although I don't know where, other than Klingshire and John Crest, where all the wineries are in this area, but supposedly
there's a bunch. Paper Moon.
Oh, that's out in Vermilion, though.
But it's still Lorain County.
No, is
Vermilion
Erie County? No, Erie County.
Erie County
isn't part of Vermilion Lorain County?
No.
It's kind of splits right in the middle of 60, like, or whatever. So I don't know how you classify that.
Does it really? Vermilion, it literally is in 2 different counties?
Yes.
We'll put it this way. The reason I know that is because of how we work. If you were on the one side of 60, it was our zone 2. And if you were on the other side, it was zone 3. It's weird. It's like it's split right down the middle.
No shit. I swear to God, I didn't know that. I thought it was the whole city was in Erie County.
Yeah. Part of it is Lorain County and part of it is Lorain County.
Okay. Well, anyway, so the Crushers, the nickname, fans came up with Crushers because supposedly all the wineries in the area. But when they came up with the logo, it had nothing to do with the thought process of wineries. But then when Tom Kremick took over the team, he decided to change the logo to the colors and logo to purple and all that other stuff with the angry grape. It had to do something with the wineries and grapes and stuff like that. So that's
they should have done like a purple and black uniform.
That would have been all right. Better than just purple.
You don't like the purple?
I'm sorry. I don't find purple as like a manly or sporty color.
Wow, Chipper. Wow.
Just saying.
No wonder why you don't have a nickname.
Wow.
So yeah, May 13th, opening night. And I think I shared a link on from WOIO. You click on go to the Crushers website and then use the promo code. Was it the hashtag WOIO or something like that? You get 50% off tickets for opening night.
Wait a minute. Did you say 50% off tickets?
50.
Half off.
And what's it going to take for one of them people to come sit right next to you?
What people?
Whoever buys a ticket.
I don't want you guys sitting next to me. You guys
see
being your own.
Oh, and if you have kids, especially keep them the fuck away.
Yeah, keep them away because Chipper's there to watch the game. He's not there for you to get autographs from players.
Correct. Not during the game, anyway.
That happens a lot more than people think, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. You have no idea.
Yes.
No. Some of these parents have no control over their kids.
Listen,
no, because they're too busy getting drunk up at the fucking pavilion part in the bag.
Listen, I understand your frustration with that, but they are.
Do you really, or are you just patronizing me?
No. I do because
James would never patronize anybody.
Oh,
never,
ever,
and whatnot.
Heather.
And whatnot.
But I've been to a couple games with you sitting in your section, and it does get a little bit overwhelming with them coming down there. But Chipper, the way I look at it, they're kids, they're excited. I get it, I understand, but I also understand your frustration. I do. So I'm kind of 50-50 with that.
I understand it too, but hey, parents, have a little bit of common sense and tell your kids.
But is it the parents that's telling them to go down there, or are the kids not listening?
They're not control. It's the parents not controlling their kids by saying, "Hey, they're working or they're in the middle of a game. You can't go down there and get it. Wait till after the game."
Here's the $1 million question.
Million? Not $1 million one?
$1.3 million, whatever. Would you allow Piper to do it?
In between innings, sure.
See, here you go. He changed.
I mean, no, I don't have a problem with them doing in between innings. I don't.
But not
while as Shar would say, not while the puck is in play, not while the ball's in play. No.
That I understand.
Chipper, did they put the net up?
Yes,
they did. How far down does that stretch now?
Down the left field, or left and right field, I should say. Yeah.
You try any new foods this week? Or go anywhere this week to eat out?
No.
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 Okay. We'll next go to Shane O'Mac, the guy who has been on multiple networks this week. So you were at the Bearded Browns podcast draft party out at JB's out in Parma. You got to rub elbows with a current Browns player and Mike and them. And I was Stump there. Stump Mitchell, was he there?
Stump was on the live stream. He was not actually there.
Okay. So how was your experience with all that?
It was a really good experience. I had a good time. Ralph Hawley Jr., the Browns defensive tackle, who they just signed, who won the Grey Cup last year with the Agronauts. He's a really cool guy, down to earth. Literally talked to everybody, didn't mind taking a photo, got an autograph. I mean, he's pretty humble. So good on him.
Cool. Did you eat while you were there?
I had their buffalo chicken dip. It was pretty good. A little spicy. It had onion in it. I'm not a fan of that, but I mean it's good. And I had pizza bites last night at the local in Strongsville. Okay, other than that, I really haven't any new food per se.
But what else did you do? You went to a party last week. You got to see a new band. You seen double shows.
Yeah. Last Wednesday was practice for golf league. It was cold as shit. I played all right, considering the first time I swung. Then Saturday, I made the trek north. I actually hung out with Mike from the Bearded Browns podcast for a little bit before coming to Mike Tedesco's house from Pushing Daisies, where he had a very nice spread for a spring gathering. Texas
sick invite, right, Chip?
Huh?
He invited all of us, by the way. Just
sick invite.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. He's just a man about town. I mean, look how fucking popular he is, man.
I know. LaGrange, Avon Lake, Parma, Strongsville,
Brucewood
area,
all
over the place. All over the place. All in all, I've had a busy 2 weeks, and I'm ready to not do anything today.
How was the new band that you seen at the doghouse last week?
Who, Driving Rain?
Yes.
I would say this. I think Driving Rain has a very talented lead singer. They need a sound tech.
I would agree.
Is my opinion.
Well, for information that I found out, that was that guy's first time ever doing sound for them.
Oh, well, that
got some kinks to work out.
Yeah. They do.
There are a lot of the instruments are too loud, and there's too much feedback going on with the mic somewhere. I don't know about sound, but I know that was wrong.
And then the big show last night.
The huge show last night.
Half a huge show.
Bad Juju.
It was actually a very, very entertaining evening. It was a good time. Ford Loco played and Bad Juju played. They both rocked the house. It was a really good time. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody currently.
How was the energy in there with both bands? Because I know they're both popular.
It was good. It really was a good vibe in there. There really wasn't, I joked with somebody and said there's going to be parting of the Red Sea. There's one side's going to be Bad Juju, one side's going to be Four Loco. But it wasn't even like that. We intermixed, and it was a really good time. At a great venue. It was,
Between signing autographs and schmoozing with all your groupies, did you actually get a chance to take in the bands?
I did. I certainly did. So
it became a listening party because he was so busy.
I had a buddy in from out of town, so I was, not trying to make sure he was all right. But I mean, I'm not going to just walk off and leave him.
Right.
You're on your own, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he would have been fine, but I mean, I hung out with him.
I got people to see and autographs to sign. Leave me alone.
Yeah. He got the full experience. That's for sure.
So what did you ask him what his opinion was of both bands?
Oh yeah, he texted me this morning and said it was an incredible show. So
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it was
good impression.
It really was good.
And he's never seen any of them bands play, correct?
Nope. No, it's from Illinois. I mean, I've sent him video, but he hasn't seen any of them live, like in person.
Okay.
So it was a great night all around. And I got home super late.
Did you have any good food over at Mike's last week that you want to talk about? And Shane even let us sing happy birthday to Jeremy.
Yeah, Mike laid out the smorgasbord of food. He had Texas brisket, pulled pork,
oh my god,
smoked mac and cheese, bacon wrapped, cream cheese filled jalapenos, and I think they were smoked bacon wrapped PB&J like little squares, which were phenomenal.
Wait, I got what?
Phenomenal.
Smoked bacon wrapped peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Shut the front door.
It was so good. So good.
Get off his lawn with that talk.
It was so good.
I mean, you can never go wrong with anything wrapped in bacon, but
they were good, dude.
I gotta find this.
And I'm not a jalapeno type.
I'm
not a jalapeno eating type of guy, but I tried Mike's wrapped jalapenos, dude. Yes, they were good.
Oh yeah,
I think you take the seeds out of them, and they're really not hot.
Yeah,
the seeds in any hot peppers is what makes them hot.
And you know what, man? Everybody there had a great time. Everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wish the weather was a tad
Adam, do you recall getting this invite?
We told
first
you guys,
I heard of it.
We told you guys about it 2 weeks ago, live on the air. I remember telling you that.
Well, I'm 45 years old, and my memory isn't as good as it used to be.
I'll second that. You're lucky I woke up this morning.
D says, "Who in the world of Walmart came up with that?" Apparently somebody did, but it was really good. Try it.
No
it's
shit.
Really good.
I gotta find that.
So Shane,
just deep frying Uncrustable.
Shane,
more or less.
Okay.
Sounds like you had a great, interesting last 2 weeks. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Adam, big things happened with you over the last 2 weeks. Talk about it first. Your inauguration. Did you do a speech? Did you name a vice president? So what are you, like 50? The 51st president of the
No. I am just a trustee. Sharon is the president, and you do not take that title from her.
Did you get your water buffalo hat for when you walk in and you have to wear it all the time?
I'm still looking for it, and I told her I'm wearing it, but I can't. I'll wear it for Halloween or I'll wear it for other events.
I swear to God, I'm going to find one and get it to you so you wear it.
That is fine, and I want it to be like it's got to be I don't care if it's like the legit one from the Flintstone looking thing, but like, even if we had like moose antlers on the top or something, it would be even better. I don't even care. I'll rock the shit out of it.
All right.
I won't be able to drive. I wish I could drive with it on, but it ain't gonna happen to be too tall.
So take us through the process on how that all goes about. So you and Ryan were on the board. Jeremy. So how does that go all about? How does that come about? Like, how do you get sworn in? You got to put your hand on the Bible.
They were supposed to do it that way, but apparently they didn't have. There's a thing that you're supposed to recite, but Les pretty much remembered it because they didn't have the paperwork. So everybody that was sworn in as new officers, like treasurer and vice president, all that, we basically just all stood up at the same time and put our, the hand over your chest and the whole hand up thing, and just recited what he said. And he was just like, okay, you're officially sworn in, so it wasn't nothing big. I mean, nothing to write home about, but we actually have our first meeting that we get to be a part of and have a say-so in on Thursday of this week, because it's the first and third Thursdays. So we'll do our first meeting on Thursday.
Okay. So do you know what they talk about in these meetings? Like what's put to the forefront, what's on the table, or you guys vote on it? It's got to be unanimous.
Everything gets brought up the day of the meeting.
Okay.
And then we go from there and we make decisions, vote. We add input and, different things that we might want to bring in, different, we're trying to do a lot more with, like, I think local music and stuff. There's a bunch of ideas on the table. There's which was my idea, and it seems like it's taken off, is to do a newlywed game up there. So I think that could go over really well.
Can't be any worse than the Family Feud game.
Family Feud's fun though.
It was.
But and it's better than the bingo. I will say that.
Oh yeah,
that's the music trivia bingo. It's not that it's just it could be better. There should be a better way to do it, but it works. It is. I mean, But last night's was good though. He did a lot of 80s music, so that was like every song that he played I knew, but I didn't play the game because by the time I got out there from watching the draft and doing the dinner last night, he'd already started. So
you had trivia last night too?
Just the bingo.
Oh.
You would have went up there.
I might have because with the calendar you sent me didn't have anything on it for last night, so I think anything was going on because it's the end of the month.
Right, it's kind of one of those things. I think they didn't advertise it as much as they do the other trivia and the Family Feud.
Okay.
So yeah, but go ahead.
Let me ask you this: what is one thing that you want to change about the Moose, or try to bring to the Moose to get more people as members and whatever?
The biggest thing we want to do is we want to get a younger crowd in there. And I told Sharon, the president, I told her, I said, don't take this the wrong way, but half the people in this place have one foot in the grave. Like, we got to get a younger, it's not going to change anything if you don't start bringing in the younger crowd, because you need new things. You need to spice it up a little bit, do more events and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of things on the table that between me and another one of the guys that's on the board that, we got some ideas for things I won't disclose, obviously, because secret shit. But there's a lot of things, and it's starting Thursday, we'll try to get some of these things going. Like, starting with Chris Biggins coming in June. Like, proud of myself that I took care of that one and got that done. I actually did something.
So Chris Biggin will be there June what? You said June
14th. It's a Saturday. 7 to 10 or 7 to 11 he gets to play.
And speaking of Chris Biggin, he will actually be out at Lorraine Raceway Park tonight singing the national anthem for out there. So maybe get a little bit more eyes and ears on him. But Chris Biggin's doing some things. We're doing some things with him at the Red Line Network and whatnot. There's one.
That's one.
That's three, actually.
That's three.
Did I say all three?
No, me, Chipper, and you.
Okay, so Shane, we need one of you by the end of the show. So get it out of the way.
All right. What's up, Mike Wilkes?
Yeah, Mike Wilson, what's up, buddy? How you doing? But yeah,
hi, Mike. Your friend request has not been accepted yet. So
Adam,
before you start,
Adam, you said that you wanted to bring a younger generation in there. How do you guys go about doing that and getting the kids there of the people or the older people?
Well, that's the thing. It's going to be kind of. I don't know. There's a lot of things we could try to do, but the biggest thing I think is, a lot of the people are getting tired of the same old like Friday night karaoke nights, and it's the same people coming in and doing the karaoke. And the problem is that it's nothing against the people that do it, but when it's they have two different guys that do the karaoke, so it's literally when the one guy is there, it is literally the same group of people that come in and they sing the same exact songs every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I remember
it's like a rotation, and it's just they keep just going back up. And don't get me wrong, some of them are good. Some of them, it might be better if you're a little drunk because you would care less. But I give them credit because they get up there and they do it. You know what I mean? But it's the same boring, drawn out thing. Like, we need to just bring in other things, like do a trivia night or of 80s, or do theme shit, do like an 80s theme night, or do this theme night, or maybe that'll help. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of bunch of things we're going to put out there. And I know that I'll be taking over. Yeah. I think I'll be taking over the sports committee as well. So I got to come up with ideas for different sporting events and different things like that.
So I
got one I can throw at you, Adam. If you're going to be head of the sports committee, have a Moose night out at the racetrack. I'm pretty sure we can help you guys out. You guys get the tower and whatever over there on the backstretch. I can get you guys a deal on that. So let me know. Depends on when you want to do that.
I'll talk to her tonight about it and see, just how they want. I don't know if it would be just the board members and family or something, because we don't want it to be too big, obviously.
But you let me know on what you guys decide, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to her tonight and try to set something up with that.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Let's see. I worked.
Hey, real quick, by the way, about the Moose, since we're on that topic, that sandwich that Mike got Saturday night, holy shit!
Was it
yes,
good?
your boy Zig Del Marie Colmy joined us. I was going to get into that.
What?
Yes, he was there Saturday for Family Feud night.
Wait a minute. Say that again. He showed up. Was he early? Was he late? Did he leave early?
He is no longer Midnight Mike. He Ubered there, and then I ended up taking him home so he didn't have to Uber home because he's not that far from where we live.
Well, we got to get us all together at the Moose or somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine because it was good to see him come out. But no, he got it's called the Bull Moose Sub.
The Bull Moose Sub.
And it's basically no, not for that one. Well, I had to go up and get it for him and bring it back to the table, but that's fine. But it's literally the equivalent of Mr. Hero's Roman Burger.
Nice.
But yeah, so we had Mike come out for that with Chipper and Shar, and we hung. I think we finished second or third or something in trivia. It wasn't the one team just was kicking everybody's ass.
Shar even came out.
Yeah,
came up.
Man, sick
and she had a good time as well.
You guys were up at the doghouse watching Driving Rain. Sick invite.
They promoted that show, Chipper. It was all over.
So then, obviously Thursday went to the draft party at the Brown Stadium.
How did that go?
Journey was fucking amazing.
Wish I could have watched your live feeds, but it kept buffering and stuff.
Dude, everybody was complaining about the service there that day. Like, even if you had your Wi-Fi on, you weren't getting shit. And I was pissed. It wasn't even that many people. That's the sad part. Like, and there was no point in having, like, me and Ryan were up in the damn nosebleeds to the point where I think we could I think I high-fived a helicopter pilot at one time. That's how high up we were.
Hey, let me ask you this question. If it was a free concert, why did you guys sit up so high?
Because that's where the tickets were put. They were because they thought it was going to be more packed than it was.
Yeah,
they had thought. So had we known what we know now, like, because we ran into Stefan and Tara and sat with them, because literally when we walked up to the ramp, our section was the first one at the top, and we had to go 21 rows up. So we went up to our seats, and of course, me and Ryan both about damn near about to have a heart attack from our fat asses walking all that way. And it's so goddamn high up.
Was that higher than our seats for the Steelers game?
Close. It was about right in the same area, but it was on the other end zone side. It was above the dog. It was above the dog pound.
Hey, we had fun at that game. We had fun at that game.
We did have fun at that game. Especially
after the game, watching when I videoed you and all the Browns fans giving you shit.
Hey, I took it like a man, though, not like all them other fucking pansy Cedar fans that were crying about it.
Right. But no, I mean, we could have easily sat down below. It was no big deal. I mean, and the thing that pissed me off, though, is they need to advertise. Like, damn well you got this big event coming into downtown Cleveland. So me and Ryan, because we were stressed on time because he had to work, took the RTA down.
Yeah.
$5. Can't beat it. Get you a round trip ticket, $5.
Right.
Get to Tower City. They are not running the waterfront line.
Shut the fuck up.
And it's not a weekend. They only run it on the weekends.
Makes no sense.
Oh my goodness.
When did they stop doing that? Because you can take that down to the Guardians game. Or
no, you got to get off at Tower City and get on the waterfront line, and it takes you right in front of the stadium.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
It wasn't running. So of course, me and Ryan slapped the leg hard as fuck. Like, are you fucking serious right now? So luckily, we found that there was a trolley that takes you over to, like, basically the Justice Center or the courthouse or something.
Yeah,
and the stadium's literally right behind it.
Yeah.
So we had to walk. We had to walk in front of the Rock Hall, and luckily for us, we went in on that side because that's where our seats were. But then, of course, we had to make the trek back at the end of the concert and walk all the way back to Tower City.
Ooh, I bet that was fun.
Oh, it was fine until it started fucking pouring down rain. I'm like, you fucking got to be kidding me here. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
So you got stuck in the rain on the way back?
Well, luckily for us, like, in Cleveland, there's a lot of overhangs on some of the storefronts. Fuck off, Mike. I didn't even see you say anything. I don't even see his comments in the chat. Is he on, like, his own different chat?
No, he's on one of the other Redline.
He might be on Redline Network if you're on Redline Radio.
Damn, Shane gets to love you, bro. We don't get shit, Chipper.
Well, Mike hates me.
So Mike hates me too. Jesus Christ.
The love hate is a mystery.
He's still pissed at me to haven't accepted his friend request. It's still in the queue, but I haven't accepted.
It's in the queue.
Well, I told Chipper, you really want to piss him off. I go, have Mike Delzick send you a friend request and you accept his and not the other Mike. Be like, oh, I accept it. We are talking about with the Musso. One thing I did want to bring up is I was thinking about talking with AJ and them, seeing about them putting on a car show up there.
That would be cool.
Somebody got to try a cruising if that's what you meant.
That's why I was, a car cruising. That's where I get, once he brought that up, it made me think.
Yep.
Adam, you could do a dunk tank there. I'll sit in on a dunk tank. I'm
You
pretty
ain't got one big enough for me.
There's a visual.
Hey, listen, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people that want to dunk me. Shane,
You're gonna need an aquarium for my fat ass.
Well, you're gonna need one for me too. Free Willy.
Mike,
We'll put you and I both up there, and we'll flood the city when we fall in.
Mike, you're making the committee's decision so much easier as to which way I'm going to go. We're going to go with your friend request. So keep it up.
But
under consideration this whole time, but you're making the decision that much easier.
Only if it's a bad juju thong there, Jim Sword.
Oh my.
Sorry.
So no, you're fine.
The greatest cop of all time of Elyria. He just retired.
295.
295. Jim Sword, ladies and gentlemen, in the building.
Congratulations, sir.
He's been retired for a while now. Don't
I know. But Jim,
that man's retired from retiring.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my.
Best cop in.
He's not that old though. But I will say this:
in and get out.
Last Sunday, I bought 3 packs of cigarettes.
Yep.
On Monday, I bought a vape. I had 3 on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, 1 on Thursday, and I didn't not have a single cigarette yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
So the vaping's how I know it's still not quitting smoking, but it's going to save a hell of a lot more money. Let me tell you, because these things will last me about 2 to 3 weeks or whatever I think it said or something. So I ain't got to buy like a pack a day when work is stressing me the fuck out. But
you never get stressed out at work
or at home with the wife and kid. You know how it is.
How much is a pack of cigarettes nowadays?
It varies depending. I think Gail and I for the Mavericks there's like 7 or 8. Like I think for 2 packs is. It's just one of those things. Like anymore, I don't pay attention. I just put my card in and be done with it.
Braybender went out to Vegas for a few days.
You said it was $27.
$27 a pack.
Wow.
Where did you buy cigarettes at?
They were in Vegas. I don't know.
Did he buy them?
Yeah. No, because he quit smoking a few months ago because he had to have a surgery and they made him quit so he hasn't smoked since. He's doing the vape thing too to help. And he said he went out there and just for to have it checked is $27 a pack.
Yeah, see, Heather says hers will last her 2 months.
Jeez.
So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, been laying. We do our normal lay low shit and haven't really tried any new food. Didn't really do much other than I was busy, but casual busy, I guess.
That's good.
Well, that makes my decision that much even more easier there, Mike. Thanks, bud.
$10 a pack. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's true.
$10 a man.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that goes back to the story of the not story, but the thing of people were always complaining. Well, if cigarettes get up to X amount of money, I'm going to quit smoking, but yet they never quit smoking.
Correct.
I can't quit smoking. I'll catch a case.
Mike says he quit smoking 7 years ago.
No wonder he's a bitch. Love you, Mikey.
Kudos to you, Mike, and kudos to you, Adam, for even attempting to do that.
Yeah,
I know
good for you, man.
how hard it's been for you to do it over years. Because you tried to do it before, didn't you?
I actually had quit when I was 18 or 19. I had quit for 7 months, and then my aunt passed away, and I had one at her funeral, and the rest was history. So,
now, did you actually try the patch or anything else, or did you go straight from cigarettes to the vape thing?
I went straight to the vapes. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, yeah, it doesn't hit like a cigarette does. And I've noticed, I don't know if this is just me, or whatever, but my taste buds must be changing because certain things taste a little different now. Mm-hmm. And prime example, I tried to smoke a cigarette after I dropped Ryan off on Thursday after the concert and the draft party. And I literally took 3 hits and was just nah. It's just one of those things that just didn't taste right, and it was kind of wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I tossed it and haven't smoked a cigarette since.
Wow. Yeah.
Good for you,
Mike,
man.
you wish.
Yep.
Mike wishes.
Good for you, man. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Well, Dynamite Dave. How about?
What's
I'm
up?
sorry.
What's up, Adam?
Sorry,
The one thing is Dave knows what I'm talking about when it comes to the draft. Is that fuck waiting on the goddamn assholes on ESPN to give you the pick when you can go on Twitter and it's fucking 10 minutes ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in the stadium and everybody's waiting for their pick, and it said, so I knew that they had already traded it, and I'm trying to tell all the drunk fucks around the stadium that they had traded it. So like they trade it, and then once I saw who they picked, I'm like, ooh, this is going to go over. I wonder how well this is going to go over, being where you went to college at, and so I couldn't tell because I had the sound for the draft so fucking loud. I couldn't tell when I got my reaction video if there was any boos or not. I couldn't really tell, but I know going on Facebook though, everybody, which we'll get into, I'll bring it here, drop it, and then we'll go on to Dave, and then we'll go back to the draft. But
yeah, because I want to talk about that trade too.
Just the fact that motherfuckers lost their mind on Facebook. But all right, and then we can go to you, Dave. Tell us what you did this week, and besides, you took care of a sick old lady.
Yeah, I took care of Erin this week, and glad to help her out in any way that she needed to help. I even went to fucking Starbucks. Yes,
saw that.
I went to Starbucks.
How'd that feel?
And then I got thrown underneath the bus as soon as it happened because she and had Adam, and Adam's like, "So, where are you driving to?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Where am I driving to?" He's like, "Don't play dumb, asshole." I'm like, "I'm at Starbucks." So I didn't go there not once, but twice. I had to go there again yesterday after the doghouse.
Well, it was funny because when he texted me that he was going to Starbucks, I said, "You going to get an iPhone tune, you fucking bitch?"
Oh, wow.
He does. I see his iPhone sitting right next to him. As a matter of fact,
no, that's not an iPhone. That's an old ass Android.
He said bougie delivery, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, ironically, I think I told Adam this. I had to drive all the way to the one over in Amherst by Lowe's, and there's an AT&T store that's right there, and there's a big old sign that says iPhone's on sale right now. So you can go to Starbucks and get your bougie ass iPhone at the same time and kill two birds with one stone. But yeah, we did that, and then last week we attempted to get in the races at Painesville Speedway, which was our opening night. We attempted it 3 times. Unfortunately, didn't get it in. It was Autism Awareness Night. So kudos to the team for trying to put that together and work so hard to get the fans and the drivers to get the track ready for, that event. Sometimes you got to make crucial decisions, and you're going to piss people off. And some of the fans were mad that they got, that they got in the gate and they couldn't get their money back. But your ticket's good for next week. I mean, I understand people, bitching about it and whatever, but that's our policy. We don't give any cash back. We just, give you your ticket for the next event that we have, which is May 3rd, next weekend. So your tickets are good for that.
Isn't that like at any event or something like that?
It is, but
they like a Guardians or Browns, any kind of event, they won't give you your money back, but you can get a ticket for an upcoming whatever.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
I know a lot of times with the fuck you, Mike. Let me stroke my wiener for you.
What's up, Chris Biggin?
But
Biggin, my man's gonna be at Lorraine Raceway Park tonight.
What up, dog?
And the crew. We'll see you at 5:00. I'll call you right after my show. I'm sorry I didn't call you back. I know you sent me a couple messages. I've been trying to get to them, but we've been busy on this. But I'll message you back. Go ahead, Adam, real quick, and then get back into mine.
I know a lot of times, like I've had it happen to me where I've gotten tickets for an Indians game to get trained out, and sometimes they're nice enough that you get tickets for when you go to the next game. They let you stay for both if it's a doubleheader.
Yeah, I've had that happen before, and Adam's exactly right. But people bitch about that. Chipper, you got to understand it, man. And no offense to older people, but 90% of us, the older people, like they want their money back. I get it, but listen, our policy.
It's been that way forever, no matter what kind of event you go to.
When you go to pay at Painesville, Lorraine, there's a sign right when you walk in when you get your ticket.
Sure.
There's no cash refund.
Sure.
Tickets are good for next week. So if you don't get it, then people go on Facebook and they complain about it, and they try to bring the track down from it.
Sure.
Because they don't read the policy, or they think that they're better than the policy. Listen, just hold on to your ticket, okay?
There are plenty more Saturday nights to go see a race.
Exactly.
You don't have to go to the following week.
If you can't go to the following week, private message junior or senior and say, hey, listen, we're not going to be able to make it this week. Is our ticket good for the next week? Normally, it's good for 2 weeks. Normally. 2 weeks? Yes. Okay. But that's an unwritten rule that we have, done over the last couple of years. So if you're listening, it's normally good for 2 weeks, 2 shows. I mean, is it good for Lorraine? That's something you would have to ask the ownership group. I don't have an answer to that. I just worked there. So that's that. But kudos again to the safety crew, the ownership group, everybody who put their time and effort in throughout the week to try to get the track up and going for all of us. Yeah, we did that. It got rained out, and then we went and go hang out with Shane, Mike, Jeremy, everybody that was over there. I think Jody was there.
Never Adam and Chipper though.
Yeah, you guys were at the Moose. You guys didn't invite us.
Yeah, I already told you. If my ass is at the Moose, the door is open.
So we went there. We had a good time, and then we talked Shane into going to go see Driving Rain, and good thing he did, man. It was nice hanging out with Shane at the doghouse. It was pretty packed. Driving Rain, first time I seen them, they were pretty good. Again, sound guy was not as good. I can't fault the sound guy because it's not
his first time.
First show.
And you could not hear the singer over the instruments. You could not hear. So I went up to Dave, which I know he used to race at the racetrack, ironically, and said, hey, can you fix that? And I'm looking at him, turning the levels up, and it's still not right. Man. And I think his settings on his iPod were messed up because I kind of looked at them and they look nothing like the settings that Mike has from Bad Juju. So I don't know if they use a different system or whatever, but I asked him what system he used, and he told me that they use the same system because I know what they use. But unfortunately, they sounded good, or they played a good variety of songs. Place was hopping, right? Shane, it was hopping. Shane?
What? Sorry.
The place was hopping.
Yes. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry.
The service and food is good. And then what else did we do? Sunday, what did we do on Sunday? Easter Sunday.
Yep.
So we had no show. Went over to Aaron's parents' house, hung out with them for a little bit. Then went to my sister's, then back to Aaron's parents' house. Met everybody over there. Played a little bit of basketball. Got some coffee. Then we came back here.
Was it Starbucks coffee?
It was not Starbucks coffee.
Dunkin'.
She even gave me money and was like, oh, well, you can get some. I said, well, I'm getting ice cream. So I stopped at the dollar store and got some ice cream, and she got pissed. But anyway, it's okay. But then this week, what did we do this week? Didn't try no new food.
Is she turning you on?
Wednesday, Dave. What did you do Wednesday?
Oh, I went to the Cavaliers playoff basketball game after I got a text.
Unbelievable.
After I got a text message from my landlord that was saying that they were not coming to do the walkthrough. So me and my nephew had went down to the Cavs game and checked that out. And I mean, good environment there. They actually do the fake snow machines there when they do the Cavalanche.
Yeah, so I saw that.
Yes.
I didn't do that when I was there. What the hell?
Well, that's because Armani Bates had his jewelry on.
And he had snowing off of his neck.
Yeah, it was snowing off of his bling bling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least he's on a team.
Wow.
I mean,
Shadur had his big old legendary fucking chain on, and
hey, we'll get into that the second half because I kind of feel bad for the kid, not for him, but the people that was around him. I mean, the kid is talented. Unfortunately, he hasn't got drafted. We'll get into that second half of the show. So yeah. Other than that, I didn't do anything exciting except for went to the doghouse yesterday again. Talked to Eric. Him and Junior finally had a sit down conversation and talked about what we're working on for 2025 out at Lorraine Raceway Park, which is the county I call it. It's kind of hard to call it Lorraine Raceway Park. He's going to be sponsoring the scoreboard. And Friday through Monday, if you guys have your Lorraine Raceway Speedway ticket that you get in the gate with, you get a free appetizer at the doghouse. It's only Friday through Monday. Eric doesn't want to run it any further than that. So over the weekend, all the way up till Monday.
Really?
Yes.
That's a pretty good deal.
So yeah. So if you
but it costs extra for sauce though.
Yeah. No, not really.
Especially garlic farm.
Yeah. Eric kind of put a kibosh on that yesterday. When he had put his best server on our table over there. And you know who was there, Adam. Anytime there's free stuff, you know who shows up.
Don't tell me.
Oh yeah.
RT?
No. RT's relatives.
Oh, yeah, figures.
Yeah. So anyway, so we went to the doghouse yesterday, had a good time. We were supposed to go to see Bad Juju and Four Loko. Unfortunately, Erin's still sick, so we just stayed home. I watched the draft, and she just sat around trying to get better for today. And then we are going to Lorraine Raceway Park today. It's our autism awareness. It's going to be a little chilly, a little wet. I see it, but come on out. I think we gave over like 200 free tickets over the last couple weeks. So hopefully we see half of them people and spend some money. Try some Outlaw beer, which is is the official beer of Lorraine Raceway Park now. So if you guys are out there, I think they're $2 cans for them.
IPA.
I had a little taste of it yesterday. It kind of tastes like Miller Lite. So if you guys are a Miller Lite fan, it's kind of similar to that, but I'm not a big beer drinker. So
Mike's got a question for you, Chipper.
How was your hot sauce career going? I don't know. I don't understand what he means by they talk about the hot sauce at home. Talking about hot food challenge. I don't know.
Hot food challenge.
But other than that, nothing really exciting. We didn't try anything new. But I want to ask you guys real quick, Chipper. We'll ask you this. How do you say Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Okay. Adam, how do you say it?
I do it jokingly with Piper. We call it Chipotle.
Okay. But how do you normally say it? If you
Chipotle.
were to say it? Okay. Shane, how do you say it?
Chipotle.
Okay, so 50-50 there because I call it Chipotle. And Erin's like, it's Chipotle.
Yeah, the T isn't at the end. It's before the L, so it's Chipotle.
Olay.
Chipotle.
Ole. Yeah, the L is after the T,
Chipper.
so it's Chipotle.
I know that, but I call it Chipotle.
Chipotle.
That's like anytime if we go by like a Target, I'll call it Target. It's Home Depot instead of Home Depot.
When I go to Walmart, I call it Tramlaw. It's Walmart backwards.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing exciting. Want to give a big shout out to Mike and them and the Bearded Bastards put on the draft party out there. Seeing some pictures. Look like
You're welcome, bitch.
Kudos to you guys for doing that. Seeing it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do one with the Renegades. But yeah, man, I mean, we got some things that are coming up. We got some places that we're going to be doing our shows. I know Jones Bones wants to have us come back and do it there. Also, Doghouse has told us that we can do a live broadcast from there. And also,
at where?
The Doghouse Bar and Grill. And we are set to do one in June live at Lorraine Raceway Park from the tower. So we're going to be doing that. So a few things we're going to be doing we'll give away some free tickets for that.
You're just a big old bitch, Mike. I still love you though.
My season's starting to get busy now. So now we got another announcer that's going to help me out do some stuff. And Adam will find out. Adam kind of knows who it is. California Ben, who used to announce that at Sandusky Speedway with Eric. He's going to be working with me out at both tracks. So
this is usually the time of year where things start ramping up as far as doing stuff.
Oh man,
the Eiffel Tower is my favorite, Mike.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to today getting back on the mic. It's been a minute. I woke up this morning with a little bit of a sore throat, but I had some cough drops and coffee. I think I'm going to get me a tea.
It's like a lozenge.
A lozenge.
A lozenge.
Lozenge, not a cough drop.
A lozenge.
Lozenge.
What is this?
Nothing.
Jeff Goldblum just calls it a lozenge.
Yeah.
Bougie people like yourself call them lozenges.
I'm not fucking bougie. Dude.
Normal people like us call them cough drops.
Bad thing about it is Luden's is by far the best, but that shit don't do
it's not even a cough drop,
no,
bro.
It's candy.
I thought in the elementary school that was a cough drop. I tasted them. I'm like, yeah, these are candy.
The cherry ones are phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of smaller or newer business, or not newer businesses, but older businesses opening back up. What do you guys
Espresso?
think? Espresso opening back up with the new name, and they gave away some free donuts this past week.
Was it a new name too?
No, it's same place, but they gave away some free donuts. I think it was for the first 100 customers that came in. They got one free donut. So kudos to them. Hopefully, you guys can go support them and check them out.
Good shit.
During the same location. I heard some recipes change. I'd seen some people on the chat complaining a little bit about it, but other than that,
give it time. If he's going to change shit, it's going to take a minute for everybody to adjust.
Oh yeah,
can't make everybody happy.
Other than
no, Mike. You know you're old when you're sitting at home on a Friday night watching the draft, drinking a bottle of wine and doing fucking laundry, like I did last night.
Chipper, we seen some pictures you posted this week, guys. Ryan actually got some sun this week, huh?
Yeah, he's been kind of lazy and whatnot. And I threw him up in the window with the sun coming.
4.
At 4.
I haven't got mine yet.
Threw him up in the window so he could do a little bit of sunbathing. So yeah.
How do you like
that? Hype man tuning in.
Hype
Mr.
man.
Clint.
Oh yeah, real quick. By
Clint,
the way,
where's my jersey?
By the way, if we can do a moment of silence real quick, Rob Caesar lost his brother last week. Jared was a key part of the Red Line family for a couple years. He passed away due to a blood clot, I found out.
Ooh.
And I think it was last Thursday he passed away. So if we can have a moment of silence for him real quick. Rest in peace, Bird. We'll miss you, man. Did a lot of things for the community.
Good people,
man. Good people. But other than that, man, looking forward to tonight at the racetrack and get to spend time with my racing family out there. Get to see hopefully a bunch of new fans. Sell some checkered flags. Work with Ben. Get the little kids out there. What's up, Willie? Get the little kids out there. Get them some checkered flags and whatever. Erin's actually working at the racetrack this year. She's doing the juice box stuff. She found out about that, how that kind of works last night from Junior. So hopefully,
you doing what?
The juice box. That's the little.
Kids. Juice box. Okay.
Yeah, the little kids. I think they're like 3 to 5.
I was wondering if you were talking about the juice box or the alcoholic juice box thing. What else? What are those things called?
You're welcome, Clint. Hopefully, you guys had a good time in Vegas for
WrestleMania
41. Anyway, you guys watched that, right? What was your biggest surprise, real quick, Adam? Biggest surprise of day 1 or day 2?
Our boy. Exactly.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
The bad thing about it is I guess apparently Randy Orton hand chose him.
Correct. He did, because Joe Hendry went on a podcast and was talking about that because everybody was pissed off because Joe Hendry was on WrestleMania and he said, well, I'm going to let kind of something out the bag that he went to Triple H himself and said, I want to work with Joe Hendry. And at WrestleMania, there was other people that could have debuted, but get mad at the Viper for that. He hand chose his opponent, and when you've been in the business that long and you're a legend,
you have to say so.
So kudos to Randy for doing that. And I guess from what Joe Hendry said, them two working together is not done yet. So I'm looking forward to that. See what's going to go on with that. Cody Rhodes obviously losing the world championship to John Cena. I'm not buying this heel John Cena. You could have done it in a different way or whatever, but I'm not buying it.
As boring as it was, that was the way they wanted it, though. That's the thing. It fits. We don't like it, but I get why they did it.
No, I mean, I'm not mad that he's a heel. I'm mad that his character hasn't changed at all, and they bring Travis Scott in to help him win the title. Because if Travis Scott didn't come in and The Rock obviously wasn't going to be there, then we knew that he wasn't gonna beat Cody. But
the bad thing about it is they weren't going to be able to top last year's main event. So no matter what they did this year, it wasn't going to top last year's with all the surprises.
Well, Willie, I don't think that Cody was a bad champion. I think that they booked him in.
They did, yeah. They booked him wrong.
They booked him in wrong. They put him with bums: Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. A few other people. They should have kept him with
AJ Styles.
Yeah, Styles. I mean, and then how about Paul Heyman with his new faction? What do you guys think?
We all knew that was coming.
Yeah,
they're going to build a hell of a stable though, because I'm pretty sure I heard rumors that now that Becky turned heel, she's going to join them too. She'll be the first female Heyman chick.
Yeah, and Cody Rhodes is going into that stable.
Really?
Yep. Keep an eye out on that.
That's where he's going to make his heel turn.
Yep.
Paul Heyman's good at what he does, so.
Yeah. Anyway, we're about 5 minutes before our break. We're going to take our break a little bit early, so we'll be back here for the second half of Unscripted. You guys are watching it right here on the Red Line Network. We'll be back here in about 5-6 minutes. So get up, get something to drink, use the bathroom like I got to do. We'll be back here in a second.
Brown toilet paper.
The World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And Shane O'Mac, who is our sponsor, is up on the screen right now.
Doghouse Bar and Grill in Elyria, Ohio.
Make sure you stop by and check them out. Go get yourself some appetizers. Take your Lorraine Raceway Park ticket to them. You'll get a free appetizer Friday through Monday. And tell them that we sent you over at Redline Radio, Redline Network. You can follow us also, too, on all social media aspects. You can get us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We're all on there. Shane, or Adam, who's our official show sponsor?
I forget. Was it Willie's? Isn't it Willie's? Or no? I don't know. See, that's your shit. I just show up and talk. You do all the ad read.
And then Andy Young and the crew over there at the law firm for Truck Safety LLP. Make sure you guys, if you got any trucking outfits or whatnot, you look them up. Tell them that we sent you over here at Redline Network, Redline Radio, whatever you want to mention. Also, if you guys are looking to get your comedy shows, your bands promoted, please look us up on the Redline Promotions page, and we will get that out to you. We will support it. If you guys will also want to follow us on Redline Media Group LLC on our Twitter, or not Twitter, but YouTube, you guys can follow us there. A lot of big things that are happening here soon. But let me get back to our screen. So, Adam, we're going to let you lead in with the NFL draft that has been going on so far. What's your thoughts? What's your biggest surprise of the draft so far?
The fact that how seven players drafted and the team up north only has 4.
Oh my God!
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The biggest surprise.
Apparently, you did when you sent us them the message in chat. Oh,
yeah.
No Ohio State players went.
Yeah. How many?
Not in the top 10. How many went in the top 10?
How many went overall though?
Oh, now it's always what you always got to one up, right?
Where'd Will Johnson fall to?
Hey, no matter what, we'll always move the goalpost no matter what. So let's just get used to it.
When's the last time you guys beat us again?
How many national championships you guys got in the last 2 years?
Oh, it's always got to go back to the last 2 years. We got one. You got one.
But have you guys had? We had the best playoff run in college football history.
You're welcome.
We've won every kind of college playoff football there's been.
When you guys can do that, then you guys can talk. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm still going to talk. Fuck you guys.
Let's get back to the draft.
Yeah, let's get back to the draft. Go ahead, Adam.
You done lost my train of thought now. Fuck all you guys. Give you the Shador Sanders treatment. You can sit your ass in the fucking green room or in your fucking little booth for fucking 3 rounds. I think that's the biggest surprise, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, you're going to hear it like, and it's kind of like I agree with Joel Klatt and a bunch of the other guys that have come out and said that you've heard a lot of guys come out and say this is wrong, like these anonymous sources and this and that. Quit being a bitch. Put your name on it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, quit hiding behind a fucking paywall and this and that. Like, just fucking. Mike's on one today.
Yes, he is.
Don't you got some cars to tow or something? But I don't know if is it. I understand the circus behind it. I do. I get it. I don't think a lot of teams want to deal with it. But now, is it his dad that's the problem, or is it just he's not that good? Like, I'm just, I don't know. But and I made the comment last night when we were at the Moose watching it. Is it almost seems like that there's some sort of gentleman's agreement amongst all the GMs and team owners that they're just like, fuck it, we're not going to draft this kid. Let's let him sit for a while.
Me and Chipper were kind of talking about this before the show, and I don't think it has nothing to do with his talent because obviously he was touted as a top 10 pick at one time, and he's got the talent to be there. I just think the people that he surrounded himself with, and now there's more stuff coming out where he seemed disinterested in interviews with teams that didn't want to draft him, and word traveled real fast that he was all about being himself and not trying to learn what they were telling him about the franchise, because I guess the Saints had a very bad interview with him, and that's why they passed him up. And the Giants obviously moved back into the first round to get Jackson Dart over him. And you guys just picked Dylan Gabriel, what's the 5th quarterback off the board. But the Browns, I guess that he did not have a good interview with the Browns organization, is from what everybody's talking about on Twitter. So he kind of did it to himself, which I feel bad for the kid because I've watched some of his highlights and he's actually a decent quarterback. But you have to go to the right situation in order to develop yourself, and you have to have somebody that's in your corner that's going to tell you that, hey,
it's already been fixed, Mike.
Just shut up, kid, and play. And
well, the fucked up thing is, I think Willie shared it this morning. Is I don't care that the kid's falling, but what they did to that kid last night or yesterday was fucked up.
How about
somebody?
Yep.
Yeah, somebody called, said he was Wayne. He was Loomis from the Saints, and that they were gonna. Yeah, the prank call bullshit. That was fucked up. Like that's kind of shady. Like the kid's already going through it already, and then you're gonna add on top of it. Like that was fucked up.
My opinion of this whole situation is the fact that, one, he didn't really both schools he played for, there was really no competition. He didn't play against anybody worth a damn.
And I think of it when you look at their bowl game, they played fucking BYU and they got smoked.
Yeah. So his numbers were kind of inflated. Yeah, did he have a great accuracy completion percentage and all that other stuff? Sure, but the level of competition they played against was nothing. My other opinion of this whole situation is I think people are taking consideration. I don't know if the word persona is the right word to use, but just the way that he comes off,
his character,
and then seeing the setup that he had, while waiting to get drafted, the whole legendary and his big old part, the whole setup was like it's all about himself and being cocky or being arrogant he comes off as being cocky or arrogant type of thing. I think is what is turning some of the GMs off as well.
I mean, I can see your point, Chipper, but don't you want somebody who's confident on your team that knows that if you pick them, that this kid is confident or this player is confident on what's presented to them from a football or from an NFL franchise team. You don't think that you would want somebody who's confident?
I do, but it's just a matter of how his party room or whatever was all set up. It was like a what do you call them? Champagne, a private club, room or whatever, instead of being
VIP room.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Bob.
right.
Absolutely.
Right. Like a VIP room, instead of being like the majority of other draft picks where they're either in the green room or they're home with their family in a normal setting. Where Shador, his whole setup was, hey, it's all me. It's a big old party.
Okay, so then speaking of that, I know that me and you talked about this, Chipper, off air. Steelers got the 21st pick in the 4th round. If Shador's there and Will Howard's there, who would you take?
I'm torn between Shador or Will Howard because, like we talked about pre-show, you're getting a great value if you take Shador right now. But on the other hand, I just love Will Howard.
We know how you are with problem players. You don't like.
It's not being home. It's not the fact I'm a Ohio State fan. He balled out in the second half of the season
because he had talent around him. He didn't ball out at Kansas State.
Okay, I'm not denying that.
Right.
I'm not denying that.
I mean,
you can always go get Kyle McCord.
No, I don't want Kyle McCord.
But no, the funny thing is when we were sitting there last night, my buddy Joe was showing us videos of that Tyler Show or Shuck or whatever the hell his name is. Oh my God. They drafted that motherfucker. Like there's one play where he's running and he literally throws it underhand, like just to get rid of it. Like some of the throws he had at the fucking combine were like way short. I'm like, wow, you guys decided to take this guy over like who you could have had somebody better, but hey, whatever. That's the Saints' problem, not mine. Oh, Mason indentation, Mike?
I mean, listen, Mason right now is a better quarterback than Kenny Pickett. I'd much rather have Mason start than Kenny Pickett. But I mean, here's my thing.
I would take Shador as a Steelers fan. I would take Shador because again, like I said, it's way better value. Yeah. But I do prefer Will Howard over Shador.
I tend to agree with you.
Will Howard fits the mold more for you guys, like a Ben Roethlisberger does.
Yeah.
And with the supposed Aaron Rodgers thing coming to fruition, do you want your backup? Do you want like a Tim Tebow situation where your backup quarterback is getting all the attention and your team is being covered because of Shador?
Shador. Okay. If they
take Shador, he'll be the backup quarterback this year. Either way, he won't be the starter regardless.
Clint says that the Steelers are entertaining offense for Pickens. Yeah, they don't want that cancer in the fucking locker room. The dude's a fucking case.
Yeah, but again, Adam, we talk about this strenuously on Renegades. He may be a head case. Yes, you're right. But over the last 3 years of him being with the Steelers, he's been your number one wide receiver with shitty quarterback play. And he's been over 1,000 yards each year. You have to give him the opportunity with DK Metcalf. If you don't see that working, then yes, you can move on to him. But like I told these guys in the chat, if you were trading Pickens, you better get a top 10 second round draft pick for him, 33 through 43. And if you didn't, you're not trading him for a third or a fourth or a fifth or a sixth. You're not doing that. Or you're going to have him for 1 year. You could still franchise tag him, let him play on a prove a deal. But I don't want to give up on Pickens right now, especially with a Mecca Buka being off the board. You have Golden that's off the board. You have T-Mac that's off the board. You don't have any more good wide receivers that are left in the draft.
Where did Ibuka go? I forgot.
Tampa Bay. He's playing with Baker.
Yep.
Oh, Baker's going to ball out. Watch.
He is. Watch. He is. And I mean, I get why people want to trade Pickens because he's a head case. But listen, as an NFL franchise and as a quarterback, I want somebody who demands the football and who can make plays out on the field. He hasn't had that over the last 3 years. So yes, is he a head case? Yes, but he can put it up on the field.
The only reason why I want to keep Pickens, and you know, I'm not a real big fan of him right now. I'd much rather trade him and get a draft pick, but unfortunately, we can't get a second round pick for him or third round pick for him now. So might as well just keep him. However, had we traded him, we would have a hole in the wide receiving core. I mean, it'd be DK Metcalf and.
I mean, and if you look out in the draft, do you have anybody right now in the draft that's better than him?
No.
Any free agents that are better than him?
Not that I can think of.
No. So, no, you don't trade him. But
not now.
If that's what they ultimately do, D says maybe in August. Maybe. But my thing is you don't trade him. Shador, I mean, listen, like, good luck to you, man. Hopefully you get picked this round. But if you don't, I'd like to see it with the Steelers. But again, Tomlin doesn't develop quarterbacks. So is that the good situation for him to go to? Or is it a good situation for Will Howard to go to? We don't know. But getting back on your guys' pick, Adam, I know a lot of you guys are ecstatic about the Browns pick, and you guys got a haul from Jacksonville. But I think
at least Jacksonville.
Yes. And I think you guys dropped the ball by not getting Hunter at 2. I really do. Because Hunter is going to be a generational player that's got Hall of Fame written all over him, playing both sides of the football. That's just my opinion, and you guys can, talk or let me know what your opinion on that is. We'll start with Shane. Shane, your thoughts on that pick?
I'm not saying that I wouldn't on the pick or not taking Travis Hunter.
Both.
Going into the draft, I was for sure they're taking Travis Hunter. I thought for sure. Then I saw they traded. I was like, well, at first I didn't know how far down they traded because I didn't know where Jacksonville was picking. And I saw they went to 5th, whatever, and then Jacksonville took Travis Hunter. I'm not mad at the pick. I think the way Schwartz runs the defense, you always want fresh legs out there, and they got a lot of guys that are pretty talented and rotate well on the defensive line. And putting that kid next to Miles is going to be phenomenal for us, in my opinion. So I like the pick. Now, Travis Hunter, I'm not going to put the cart completely before the horse. I mean, I think he's going to be really good. We'll see if he's a generational player. I mean, if he gets hurt one time, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I want him. I want all these kids to play well, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, I'm not opposed to you guys picking Mason Graham at 5. Good pick, but I mean, I just think you guys dropped the ball at 2. I mean, but on the other hand, you guys got a haul. You guys faced Jacksonville. Kudos to you.
Jacksonville's got a first-time head coach. They probably will be in the top 5 again next year, and we have that pick now.
I say that. I mean, I think they're going to be bad. So I didn't go top 5. I went top 10. But even, you know what I mean? Still, we'll have two first-round picks next year.
Obviously, I don't think the Browns like this draft class of quarterbacks. I really don't. Granted,
that's what it looks like.
I think they took Gabriel just to have another quarterback on the roster. I really do, because I think would you take that pick from Jacksonville and say we have a subpar year, you can now take both your picks and trade up. The quarterback class is way better next year. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a wide receiver in Columbus that'll probably come out next year as well.
I heard he's going to be there for another couple of years.
What if he balls out like he did more than he did last year? He'd be stupid not to come out.
Hey, real quick.
He probably make more money in NIL money than he would.
Maybe.
Real quick, can we give Jean and her sisters a nice round of applause because they won the Bowling League, which was sponsored by Redline Radio. They were called Nooners, and they took home the hardware at their banquet this week. So hopefully we can sponsor them again next year. Kudos to the girls for bowling. They walked out with a bunch of prizes.
Good for them. Congratulations.
Awesome.
So get back, or Adam, what's your thoughts on it?
I don't see I was mad at first, and then I saw the haul we got, and then obviously we took a player that I've been following for the last 3-4 years, and I know a lot about, and it's not the sexy pick. I get it, but the problem is you could have fucking drafted Jesus Christ himself, and the Browns fans would find something to
correct. That on my Facebook feed after they did that was nothing but, they screwed it up again. They did that.
No, the thing that pisses me off is I got a buddy on Facebook, and all he did on everybody's fucking comments, he commented on everybody's posts about it, was that they dropped the ball because he's an overweight, blah, 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 defensive tackle. Okay, I understand we didn't have the need for it, but you have Mike Hall, you have Mason, you have Miles. That's a pretty good fucking trio, and then you add in whoever you want and rotate
Alex
on the
right.
Alex Wright. I mean, our D line is going to be fine. Just shut the fuck up and let them do what they're going to do. Like that you don't get paid to make decisions, because obviously if you did, thanks, Mike. That's good to know.
Yeah, thanks.
Just the first round pick next year. There's a lot more quarterbacks coming out next year. Obviously everybody's going to say Arch Manning, which the kid hasn't played much, so I can't say anything.
Right?
If he's going to be good or not.
Correct.
And then obviously the one that you're going to keep hearing a fuck ton his name is the local kid,
Drew Aller.
Yes. But he has to prove it to me this year, because he hasn't done shit to me. In my opinion, I don't think he's all that great.
Adam, let me ask you this question. With them drafting Gabriel last round, do you think they are done taking quarterbacks in this draft? You think
in this draft, possibly. But they could always – I could easily see them taking two. I don't know why, but I got a feeling they might take McCord, because I think you ain't going to elbow drop shit. You probably hurt yourself.
It's a long way down from where he's at.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
His beard might get
but I don't know. Will Howard would be nice, but I don't think he'll be there. Will Howard. And then don't forget too, nobody talks about him. Quinn Ewers is still there.
You guys can take him all you want. Take Quinn Ewers all you want.
I'm not saying I want him. I'm just saying who's available.
I'm saying
Quinn Ewers intrigues me.
You know who I would actually really take, to be honest with you? Riley Leonard.
He wasn't bad for Notre Dame. He wasn't bad for Notre Dame.
That kid single-handedly took over the one game. I don't remember who it was against, by his running ability and his, and shit like that. By single-handedly, took over that game and got him back into one of the games they played. I don't know if it was a playoff game or not, but
yeah,
he's a big-bodied quarterback.
He got him back into the game against Ohio State in the national championship game. Some of the plays he made up the middle, they couldn't stop him for a while. I think he had a 15-play drive down the field, and he had 14 runs out of 15. I mean, he beat him. I mean, kid's got talent, but with the Steelers being there, they got picked 21 in this draft. We'll see if Shedeur gets picked or if Howard gets picked. If them two are on the board, it's 50-50 with me. And Adam may say I'm a homer, but I like Will Howard. I've liked him ever since he was at Kansas. I liked him even better at Ohio State. The kid, to me, just got it. If you go and watch him talking to John Gruden, and then he was out in LA practicing in the rain, and he actually went into Wisconsin, where they have this indoor place where they can do the weather. They can set the weather, and they can bring in fake snow. And he was there in a pair of shorts with a helmet on and a cutoff T-shirt at 10 below, just chucking the ball, and he was good. So, if out of them two quarterbacks, I'm okay with taking Shedeur, but I'd like to have Will Howard. That's just my opinion.
I thought that the Browns were going to take Ginty at number 5 because of their running back situation.
They'll bring Chubb or Dobbins in.
Well, and then at 33 and 36, I thought they were going to go, or even at number 5, maybe even that wide receiver from Arizona, because all they have is Jerry Jeudy. So 3 and 36, since they took the defensive tackle, I thought 3 and 36 they were going to go wide receiver, running back. I didn't think that. I thought they were going to go offense, but since they took that kid from UCLA at 33, and I thought they were going to go Travion Henderson at 36, not Judkins, but either way, they couldn't.
I think the Henderson injuries scared them off a lot. That's why they went with Judkins.
Yeah, I agree.
But hey, don't count Henderson out, man. He went to a good place. New England had a great draft.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel ain't playing around out there. He wants to turn them around.
I'll tell you what, I love the moment they had with Will Campbell, the tackle from LSU, how he broke down on stage. That was like that's some good shit right there.
I'll go through the wall and die for
Listen, and Adam, I know that you're not a Steelers fan, but you know, Derek Harmon, moments after he got drafted, his mom so
at least she got to hear that, you know, he got to tell her he was drafted, and then she passed after the fact. So I think she was waiting on that.
Yeah, and that's a high and low moment in your life.
That's a gamut of emotions all in a couple hours.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Holy crap.
You imagine being at such a high and getting drafted and then going to the hospital to see your mom and then not after it. Oh man.
Yeah, even Mike's big teddy bear ass agrees.
Yeah, man, it was just a sad situation with that, and you know, I wish him the best of luck in the NFL, and hopefully he can fit right in and eventually move into the starting spot that, you know, Cam Hayward occupies right now, and they drafted him for that reason. So, I mean, he's got somebody good to learn from, because Cam's the ultimate pro, and, you know, kudos to the Browns for getting Mason Graham. I do think that's a good pick. I'm not mad at the pick. I just think that they should have got Hunter, in my opinion. So, for all you Browns fans that want to sit there and say that Hunter's not going to be good, keep your eye out on him.
Hey, guys.
And what the fuck is up with the goddamn Texans taking all the fucking wide receivers?
They're from Iowa State too, ain't they?
Both of them, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both wide receivers from Iowa State.
I wanted Burden at 33 or 36, but
that's who I thought they were going to take at either position. They either Burden or another wide receiver. I forget which one.
Noel.
Maybe. But yeah, that's where I thought they were going to go. At 33 and 36 was offense. One of those was going to be a wide receiver, and the other was going to be either Henderson or Judkins.
Well, I think what they said is, if I'm not mistaken, according to Seattle, fucked up the Browns by taking Milroe 2 picks before them.
Yes.
Because they said that once they said that Milroe came off the board, the Browns draft room exploded, basically. Like, fuck, now what? And then I'm pretty sure.
Why didn't you just try to get him?
Well, who knew that Seattle was going to take a quarterback since they just signed
Darnold?
They need to have a backup. Well, they got
Drew Lock.
Yeah. So
why not? Why not take him? You know who I'm interested in?
But I don't think anybody would have expected Seattle to take a quarterback there, let alone Milroe.
That's why
it makes no sense. To me, it didn't make any sense, but whatever.
You know where else I could see Will Howard going that he'd probably be really good? And this be
say hi.
Is Minnesota. He could go be their third string quarterback.
I don't know that they would do that because they get JJ McCarthy.
Who's a rookie, basically.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, you got to have 2 quarterbacks on your roster anyway.
You're going to waste
I'm really surprised Minnesota hasn't taken a quarterback.
That's what I was thinking too. But I mean, we'll see how the rest of the draft plays out, because there's 3 more rounds, right?
Yeah, or 4. 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6,
4.
7. Yeah, 4.
Yeah, so 4 more rounds.
It'll be interesting since Andrew Berry has stockpiled all these draft picks for next year. Will he be the one that'll be there to actually make the picks? Because I mean, if they have a bad season again this year, is he gone?
I mean, I don't know, man. We had to talk about that at work. I mean, this has got Andrew Berry written all over it with this draft, so he better hit on these picks. What's up, G3? Make sure you tell Kelly happy birthday. I know she had a birthday this
the other day,
last couple days.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Kelly.
I mean, the kid from UCLA, the pick from the kid from UCLA, for me just didn't make sense unless they're just not sure if JOK is coming back or not.
I don't think he's coming back. That's why it's an insurance policy for that.
So basically, your JOK was our Ryan Shazier, so they're trying to fill that hole with the assumption that JOK isn't coming back.
I wouldn't be surprised, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be surprised if they take dipshit number 33 and appease the fucking and appease the fan base.
Come on, man. You know, if he made some big plays for you, Adam, you'd be like, "Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy. Get his jersey."
I'll never say that's my boy. I'd be like, "Good job, player. Good job."
Wow.
But no, Dane Brugler just tweeted out that day 2 of the draft was a clear reminder how important the spring is for quarterback prospects. Multiple teams had told him that Dylan Gabriel's was the most impressive interview at the Senior Bowl and the Combine. It was the opposite for Sanders. Right or wrong, that's the reality.
Yeah.
And wasn't the Browns special teams coaches the coaches for the Senior Bowl, Bubba Patron and all them?
Yep.
I seen something about that on Twitter where they absolutely loved him and that they went to go meet with him privately in his hometown and had dinner with him in his hometown. So, I mean, okay, we'll see how he plays. Well, wasn't he in college for like 6 years?
Yeah,
something like that.
Who? Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah,
played for like 3 teams or 4 teams.
Yeah,
that's the problem. You get all these guys that play at so many damn teams now. You know.
Yeah, I was literally just going to bring that up. The fact that the pundits are talking about the talent in college football somewhat dwindling or going down. Well, yeah, I mean it doesn't help the fact that these guys are switching colleges every year. They're playing in different offensive systems every year, defensive systems every year. So how can you actually judge a player's talent since he's been moving from team to team, college to college,
right?
Because of NIL or whatever.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, Mike did, and that's what scares me, Mike, is that they're keeping it so fucking under wraps that I think it's a lot more serious than what we all anticipate.
What, the JOK deal?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, you're not going to get that answer from them until either he announces it or they feel it's need to announce it.
It won't be until after these training camps, these voluntary or whatever training camps, and before the actual training camps take place later on this year.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think of who's got the best draft so far. I mean, the Colts got a pretty good haul so far. Tyler Warren, JT, 2 whatever, and then the Wally, the corner from Minnesota.
Why didn't your boy go any higher, Chipper, the tight end from Penn State?
Why is he my boy? How is he my boy?
Because don't you like Penn State?
No, Char does.
Char does.
I was surprised that Loveland went ahead of Warren.
A lot of people were, because a lot of the mocks had Warren first.
Yep, going to Indianapolis.
And then I seen Warren going to Chicago and then Loveland going to Indy.
Right.
But Tyler Warren, I mean, they're both good. Either way, you're getting a stud tight end or possibility or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the Packers finally drafted a wide receiver for the first time since 2002 or some shit. Good Lord!
I think they drafted another one.
They got 2. Both from Texas. One from Texas and one from Texas Christian.
They got Isaiah Boyd.
No, they got Matthew Golden.
Oh,
Matthew Golden.
Okay. I was going to say, because if Bond is left,
I would love Bond for on
yes.
our team.
Is he still out there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to have him.
I would love it. Love it.
And then I brought up the point too. How funny is it that Michigan player gets drafted by the Browns and an Ohio State player gets drafted by the Lions? What in the fuck is going on here with that? I mean, there's just a lot of the fact that even the Cowboys have passed on him was what surprised me too. God,
very
interesting. I love the draft.
It just goes to show us that nobody really knows anything.
Well, the funny thing cracks me up though is if you watch ESPN, Mel Kiper is like fucking fuming that Shedeur. Oh my God, tirade after tirade.
Listen, he's not the only one. There, Ryan Clark, RG3 went out and blasted people for not drafting Shedeur Sanders. He's like in Shedeur Sanders' corner. And we don't care what Shannon Sharp says because Shannon just got fired from ESPN.
Did he really?
That's why he took his leave.
He was on Fox.
Or Fox.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why that's why he's on his leave.
What did he do?
It's probably not appropriate to talk about on this platform.
Yeah, just look it up. It's not good.
Oh boy. Now, the one cool thing that I will give mad respect to is the kid that Buffalo took with their first pick, that Maxwell Harrison, the corner out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
They said this kid was in the green room with all the other players, and he was, I guess he had like where they had him set up, as he was the last one that they would walk past before they would go out to get their hat and do the little mirror pose. He said that they said that kid dapped up everybody that got drafted before him. Like he had known him for years and he had never played with him and this and that. And like that there was very cool. And I thought that was I got much respect for that dude for that.
See, the thing for me, and just to get back to the Shedeur thing real quick, is I got really irritated at the coverage. I've been watching NFL Network because I just can't stand Mel Kiper anymore. I just can't. and Booger McFarland, he's useless. I just can't.
Boog?
Yeah. Boog. Is the fact that, okay, he didn't get drafted in the first round. He didn't get drafted in the second round, but yet these guys are still covering him, making it a big deal. Guys, he didn't get drafted in the first or second round. He gets drafted when he gets drafted. Can we please just stop pondering on the fact that he hasn't been drafted, or why hasn't he been drafted? He hasn't been drafted. Let's just let's just move on.
Well, there's a reason why he hasn't been drafted, and we'll never know. Hopefully, again, the kid gets drafted, and again, I mean, the word's out on him that he was all about himself in these interviews and whatever. But again, hopefully he gets drafted and he can go somewhere to learn. I even thought about Dallas just taking a flyer on him, or San Francisco, because they're where Deion's played, or maybe even Baltimore, having him be the third string behind Lamar. I mean, but nobody's taking him. Right. Unfortunate.
Yep.
I mean, Browns, how many more picks Browns got? 3 more picks?
Hold on. I'm actually on there right now. Yeah, 3 more. They got the 24th. In the 4th round, the 30th, and it's 4th, 5th, and 6th. There's only the 24, 30, and 16. So,
okay, and then how many more picks does the Steelers got? Steelers got 3 more, right? Because they got 1 in each round.
Should be.
Yeah. So, Deion Sanders Jr. might get picked before his brother.
That'd be awesome if Shiloh got picked before Shedeur.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, I had to add Vicks Vapor Rub, everybody's favorite. To Piper's notes, she got a cold.
Yeah, that's what Aaron got. She got that. It helped her congestion.
I'll tell you what, Arizona got a pretty decent. Like they've been quietly creeping around. I mean, they only got 3 picks, but they all went on the defensive side. I mean, you get a steal with Will Johnson. I mean, I know whatever his injuries scared people off, and he didn't play much last year because of injury. But and then you get Walter Nolan, the defensive tackle out of Ole Miss, and Jordan Birch from Oregon. Like. That's some pretty good 3 picks right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Carolina's, I like theirs. I love that McMillan wide receiver, for Bryce Young or Andy Dalton, whoever decides they're,
that's Bryce Young.
Start. It will be. But
he had a great second half of the season last year, so he's got to go in as the start. Come in.
So, like right now, the top 10 best available players, obviously Shedeur's number 1. You have wide receiver out of Utah State, Jalen Royals. You have wide receiver from Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. Defensive tackle from Florida State, Joshua Farmer. And this is these next 3 right here won't be long before they're pulled off the board. Scatabo from Arizona State. Gunnar Helm, the tight end out of Texas.
Yep.
And Dylan Sampson, the running back out of Tennessee.
The only problem I see with Scatabo though is
he's short.
Well, no, he's got a lot of miles on him.
Yeah.
Would you take another running back?
He took a beating last year.
Would you take another running back if you're Pittsburgh?
No.
Adam, would you guys take another running back?
I'm always down for running backs just in case you don't sign Chubb.
Yeah, for sure.
As of right now, Will Howard is the 18th best available. And
is there besides Shador, is there another quarterback ahead of Will Howard?
No.
Mm-mm.
So he's the second best quarterback left out of.
And the third best is Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, if either one of them guys fall, I'm taking either one of them.
There's only according to this. The best quarterbacks left is Shador is 1, Will Howard's 2, Quinn is 3rd, McCord is 4th, Riley Leonard is 5th, Curtis Rourke from Indiana is 6th, Max Brosmer from Minnesota is 7th, Cam Miller from North Dakota State is 8th, Tommy Mello is from Montana State is 9, and then you get Seth Hagen from Memphis, and then Brady Cook from Missouri. That's all they have on the list for quarterbacks.
Yeah, give me Will Howard or Shador. Stay away from Browns fans. You guys can take Kyle McCord all day, every day.
I want Riley. I'll take Riley Leonard if you want to take another quarterback.
Yeah. And Isaiah Bond's still on there, right?
Yeah, I'm going to check that now.
I would love to have him.
He's the 5th best receiver right now on the board.
Who's ahead of him?
Jalen Royals, Jalen Lane, Torrey Horton from Colorado State. There's a lot of people talking about him.
I like him too.
Alec Io Manor from Stanford, then Bond, Chamiri DK from Florida, Brew McCoy from Tennessee. This is a kid I think is quietly that I wouldn't mind. He's small, but he's quick as shit. That Tez Johnson from Oregon.
Yeah.
Is still there.
A big touchdown run against Ohio State, or a big touchdown reception against Ohio State.
You have another short guy in Xavier Restapro from Miami and Jordan Watkins from Ole Miss. They're all like 5'10", 5'11" guys.
But Pittsburgh don't need another guy like that because they got Calvin Austin.
Yeah, Isaiah Bond's only 5'11".
That's it?
That's it. Torrey Horton, the kid from Colorado State, is 6'3", though.
Go give me him.
I thought Isaiah Bond was.
He's the biggest one out of the top 10 right now.
Huh.
Wow.
Chamiri DK's, and then Brew McCoy is 6'3". So there's like 3 guys in the top 10 of receivers that are left that are above 6 foot or bigger. I'm not trying to see who else we got. Oh, Jimmy Horn Jr. is still out there too. But he's 5'8". Good Lord. Never mind.
That's short.
Yeah, it is
short.
I mean, you got Etienne's brothers available still too.
Trevor Etienne.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the running back from Georgia.
Yeah, the other running back from Texas, Jaden Blue.
What I found interesting is with the Steelers. We're going to talk about that real quick for a second. Art Rooney came out and said that the Steelers are going to have 4 quarterbacks in their quarterback room the start of camp. So obviously they're going to draft another quarterback or 2, or sign a free agent and draft a quarterback.
Well, we've only got 2 now, right?
So they're going to draft 1.
Well, no, actually 3, because once asshole finally decides to come sign and play, he'll be the 3rd one.
Yeah, he'll be the starter.
You know who I just realized is on this running back list, and he was damn near a fucking Heisman Trophy candidate 2 years ago.
Donovan Edwards?
No, he's still there too. But
yeah,
Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State.
He's still not drafted?
No, he's 16th best running back too. Talk about falling off the face of the earth.
Wow.
Oh, what happened to him? Was he injured or something?
I don't know. Because he led college football in rushing yards and shit and rushing touchdowns in 2023.
I like our pick at running back, Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, he fits you guys perfectly.
I love that pick.
I like that pick. And
Donovan Edwards and Khalil Mullings are both available.
And he stays in the black and gold. He went to Iowa. All right, so go ahead.
You guys don't need a tight end, do you?
No.
Like a backup? You guys usually run 2 tight end sets, though.
Well, I mean, we got Darnell Washington, Parham.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
Freiermuth. So we don't need another tight end. Yeah. I would like to see us draft a fullback. Go get a fullback. Because Arthur Smith.
You don't need to draft a fullback. You need to get an undrafted free agent, for crying out loud.
I mean, yeah, but go get one. Go get us one. But all right, so we touched on the draft. We touched on what do you guys think about early on in the baseball? Go ahead. Real quick.
In regards to the draft, real quick, can I just have a vent moment here, real quick?
Go ahead.
When it comes to the coverage,
be a show without you have an event.
ESPN and NFL Network, when it comes to your guys' coverage, can we just cut back on the over analysis of every pick? I mean, for crying out loud, you guys, we've been talking about the draft for months, and every time a pick is made, you're telling us the same shit you've told us over the last 4 months. The pick is in, but yet, we still have to wait for the 5 minutes for you guys to shut up and for Goodell to come up and announce the pick. Just and have Goodell come out and announce the pick, do your little analysis, and be done. Let's just move it along. It doesn't have to be 3 to 4 hours every friggin' night. It can be 2 hours and be done.
Well, it's funny because when you think about the draft, like the first 2 rounds seem to take forever. Like last night, don't get me wrong, it was like quick as shit. Once I got to like the 3rd round, it was like the team's name would pop up and their pick was already in.
Yeah.
Like today, they're not even going to tell you the pick's in. They're just going to tell you what the pick is, and they're just going to be like rapid fire today.
And the thing when they interview the kids after they're picked, what's the point? You know what they're going to say. Don't ask them such stupid questions when they're all going to say the same thing. Glory be to God. Thank the man upstairs, my family.
Right.
Come on,
let's go. Can we just not do that anymore?
Chipper.
Can we just not do that anymore? It doesn't make any sense.
You probably sit at the TV with a shot or a beer in your hand and bitching at that the whole time at the TV, ain't it?
No, not Thursday night. Maybe last night when we had a bottle of wine, maybe, but no, not Thursday night.
All right, guys. So 11:42. Let's go around the room real quick and get our lickings in. So Shane, any lickings you want to talk about?
Cavs in 4.
Wow,
They look very dominant.
Ty Jerome's a beast.
Cavs in 4, and it's atrocity. It's an atrocity that Ty Jerome didn't win 6th Man of the Year.
Yeah, how did he not get that? And they gave it to Peyton fucking Pritchard.
Because it's Cleveland and the media hates us.
What's that true? Devin Mobley won Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, and Tyler Herro's already talking shit.
And good old Kenny Atkinson is going to win Coach of the Year. And if he don't get it, Bickerstaff better get it.
I was going to say it's got to be between Atkinson and Bickerstaff. Got to be.
And New York might lose. They might lose, dude.
They're up 2-1.
Yeah, and did you see how the refs been calling the game?
No.
Shitty. Bickerstaff went publicly out and said that this series is determined by the refs once again, like he called them out last year in the Orlando series. Go back and watch the last couple minutes of them games.
Well, that's exactly why I'm not even a bad basketball fan. The fouls and the officiating that are called in basketball are just like in the game the other night when in the Cavs game the other night when they called that foul and somebody supposedly fouled Hero on a 3-pointer or something like that, and they reviewed it and he didn't even touch him.
Is that the one where Kenny Atkinson was laughing?
Yes. Yes.
What was it? Mobley got called for the foul or something like that. I think it was who it was, and he didn't even touch him, but they called the foul. I was like, okay, that's exactly why I hate basketball.
Hey, but how about the Lakers losing again?
They're in trouble. They're in trouble.
Who are they playing again?
Minnesota, who doesn't have a head coach. They got an intern head coach because they fired what's his name? What the fuck was their head coach's name?
I don't know. I don't follow basketball enough.
I don't remember who Minnesota's
Taylor something. Taylor, he got fired 3 games before the season ended. They fired their head coach, and the Suns fired Mike Budenholzer, and
Denver fired Mike Malone.
Yeah, so they're all 3 have Taylor Jenkins. That's what it is, Taylor Jenkins. They'll all have new head coaches, or they'll all have new teams to be a head coach next year.
How about Memphis blowing a 27-point lead against OKC the other night?
They don't have a head coach neither.
Who, Memphis?
Memphis, they got an intern head coach. Taylor Jenkins got fired.
Memphis? No.
Memphis fired their head coach.
There was a couple teams that fired him. Like it was like a couple weeks between each other.
Well, I know they David Griffin.
He was the Memphis or not Memphis.
No, he was Memphis front office guy.
No, he wasn't. He was the Pelicans front office guy.
Mm-hmm.
Was he? Oh, okay. I got the 2 teams mixed up. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, so I mean, hopefully the Lakers don't get out of the West because I'm tired of hearing people saying it's going to be the Lakers in Boston in the finals. I don't think so, dude. Cavs are legit. Keep putting them on the back burner. Keep not talking about them.
Who do we get in the next round? Is it the winner of the Pistons series?
Pistons or Indiana? That's who we'll get. I don't want to play. I don't want to play Indiana. They match up really well, and they're feisty, and they can.
I want the Knicks just for his revenge from a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, knock the Knicks taste out of their mouth.
Yeah, but would you end up playing them?
I mean, no, not really. You wouldn't
unless you made it to the conference finals, right?
Yeah, they're not beating Boston. The Knicks ain't beating Boston.
I don't know. The Magic beat them.
Kelly's asked, "How's their birthday hat coming?" Give me a couple days. I gotta call Tate. Anyway about a few things.
George, did you go to McDonald's to get her birthday cake?
Yeah, you should have got her birthday cake. But anyway, baseball season is upon us. Now we're about almost a month in. Chipper, your Braves are still got 10 wins in the cellar right now.
We've won 6 in a row.
All right, you guys are still last place.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked lately.
And why the fuck is Nolan Jones still on the Guardians roster?
Thank you.
Why is he there?
Why did we trade for him?
You traded for him. That's even better.
But you traded Tyler Freeman for him. Basically the same player. Why is he? I mean, I don't understand it.
Doesn't make any sense.
It don't.
What was that shirt? Was that a Baker Bros?
Yeah.
Shirt?
No, it's dangerous.
Oh,
believe. Brett McCall special.
Nice. All right, we'll go around the room here real quick.
By the way, we're 3 games behind you guys. The Guardians have 14 wins. We have 11 wins. So don't you fret anything about our record, buddy.
Are you going to a Braves game this year?
I'm going to a bunch of them. Actually, I'm going
when they come to Cleveland.
Going to Pittsburgh in 2 weeks to go see the Braves play in Pittsburgh in 2 weekends.
Sick invite.
And then you got your racing thing. So
is it a Saturday?
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Definitely not going to be.
And then they're here in the second weekend of August. We've already got tickets secured for that weekend, Friday, Saturday.
I'm trying to get tickets for I want to go see the Phillies.
Well, I mean, I got a list of games that Dan Martin's got available. Adam, I'll get them over to you because he just sent them to me. He does have Boston tickets left if anybody wants to go to the Boston game for Sunday and Monday. So let me know. Yeah,
I want to go to a couple games this year since I didn't go at all last year.
So is it a fluke that because Clause's had such an outstanding beginning, he started a season that he magically comes up with his shoulder soreness now?
That's how that always goes, isn't it?
I think it's time to move on from him. I really do. The Yankees exploited him last year. He's not the same pitcher, obviously. I think it's time to move on from him and go get another closer.
You have Cade Smith can do it.
Cade Smith's pretty good.
Well, I mean, if you got faith in Cade Smith, then trade Clause. Get him to the National League where you don't have to face the Yankees. Well, you have to face the Dodgers. Then Dodgers will eat him up.
Yeah, because Lord knows because of baseball salary, Los Angeles can afford anybody anymore.
Basically,
not worry about the salary. Their salary is like $1 billion.
All right, so getting ready to close the show out here in about 10 minutes. We'll go around the room. Shane, what do you got planned for tonight?
I'm not doing anything today.
He's going to go lay in his bed and die.
Nothing, Nathan.
My recliner and watch the Cavs game and probably fall asleep.
Are you going to watch part of the draft? Because it comes on at 1 o'clock too.
Noon.
Maybe.
Noon. I thought it was 1 o'clock.
Noon.
So we'll find out by 1 o'clock who the Steelers drafted at 21.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Should.
Well, good. George, if he does come for the Philly series, let me know because I'll meet up with his bitch ass.
Well,
our buddy Sam.
Then announcing who we drafted depends on the coverage because how the over-analysis of shit.
Well, who is it? Where's it? What network is it on? ESPN or is it on?
Both.
It's on NFL Network too?
Should be NFL Network and ESPN, I think.
Probably ABC will have it too.
You're not doing nothing?
No, doesn't ABC have a basketball game?
Yes.
Or maybe or ESPN. I thought ESPN had they switched it because the Cavs game is at 1.
Shane, you're not doing nothing. Just relaxing
Absolutely
today.
Nothing.
I ain't going nowhere.
Good. You need one. You need one of them days, man. We all need one of them.
Yeah, I had 2 action-packed long nights in a row. I'm spent.
How was your Friday night?
Last night?
Oh yeah,
it was really good. Had a great time at the local. Watched 2 pretty good bands perform. It was an epic night.
For some reason, I'm thinking it's Sunday, but
It is not.
Believe me, I've been off since Thursday. I had Thursday and Friday off, and I'm all fucked up on days. Yesterday felt like
Sunday. I'm
Sunday.
gonna go to Circle K and get a Polar Pop. I'm gonna do that.
Are you gonna get some Dots pretzels?
Ooh, I might do that. I have to go to Walmart for that. They're cheaper. And I need some chip dips, so I'll go to Circle K, get Lawson's Polar Pop, hit up
Good
Walmart,
boy.
get Dots pretzels.
Don't knock the Dots pretzels, man. Those things are fucking awesome.
Dude, I know. Shane told us about them. Aaron went and got me some, dude. Oh my god,
Right?
Dude, put them in chip dip. I'm telling you, they're so good.
They have the honey mustard ones. Have you guys tried them?
No,
Honey mustard's good.
Speedway's got them. They're good at them.
Oh, honey mustard's the best ones, I think.
I like
Original.
the original.
OG, baby.
I will try the honey mustard since you brought it up, but it's hard to compare. Hard to compete against the original.
I don't know what that seasoning is, man, but it's fucking phenomenal.
It's like a buttery something.
Yeah.
Hey, are you gonna dip them in your garlic parm, Dave?
Yes.
I figured that. It's like his Frank's Red Hot. He puts that shit on everything.
Don't knock that garlic parm until you try it.
I'll try it.
It's actually really good.
I gotta remember to do that next time. I don't know when that's gonna be, but it'll be next time.
I got some left over. I think while I'm in the shower, I'm gonna put them in the air fryer, reheat them, and then eat them for lunch before I go to the racetrack.
What time you got to be up there? 12:31.
As soon as possible, because we got a meeting at 1:30. They want to introduce all the new employees and whatever. Ohio Wheelman Series is racing today, so we might be there a little long.
Two cautions.
Hopefully,
Have
there's
fun with that.
4 cautions.
10 or 20 cars start, 5 will finish.
Don't say that, Adam. Don't say that.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah,
Hey, that's the track record, bro. That's just a track record. I'm saying.
Adam and Gail were supposed to come, and they had an invite to the pits, but unfortunately, they decided.
I know. It's not that we decided. It's just that's what's going on tonight.
He's got to win that 5K.
And he's got
my luck is I mean I go to the races and then we would win, but since we weren't there, we would only get half. Now I wouldn't be complaining about $2,500, but I'd rather have the 5.
You have to be present to get all of it.
Yep.
Yep, for all the drawings.
Wow.
The daily, the weekly, the monthly.
Nope. There's a Wednesday, Saturday, daily, and the monthly.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And right now, I'm pretty sure the Wednesday's at like 3,800 and the Saturday's 5 still.
So I take it that's what you're doing tonight, sir, Adam. You're going
you even got. Anytime you need to know where I'm at, just come to knock on the Moose's door. I'm sure I'm inside.
See, now he's got a title. He's got responsibilities and duties now.
And an open sick invite. An open sick invite.
Yeah. Open anytime.
I don't have to mention it. If you know I'm going to be at the Moose or you know I'm there, the door is open. You just text me and be like Chipper does. He shows up and I get the knock knock text.
Knock knock.
If I don't see him walk in ahead of time.
Hey, can I ask you a question about that real quick? I don't know if we should do this on live here or not, but when it comes to that, the signing in thing, I've already signed in like 3 times. Are you gonna get in trouble?
No, Gail, you had to go under Gail. I mean, you could probably just go under Gail's name now, I would think. But you guys should just become members if you're going to come up enough.
Yeah, we took the application last week, and I think we might do that.
How much is it for a membership?
You pay $65 for it's like $45 for the membership, and then it's $20 for the fee, and then it's $45 a year.
And then what all does that include?
You can go into
everything. Is it a key? It's like a card.
Yeah. And you just scan the QPC code under the thing, and then the door unlocks.
I might look into doing something like that. But hey, the sun is getting ready to come out over here, and
tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
easy, Annie.
Chipper, what do you got going on tonight? Anything?
Tonight, after this, I'm gonna go home, probably watch the Cavs game, try to take a nap because I'm old and need a nap. And then
Ryan gonna sleep with you?
No, he's been kind of lazy the last couple of weeks. We're debating whether to take him to the vet or not. He just hasn't been himself. So we're debating whether to take him to the vet or not. And then going over, divvy out the prize money and play a little cards later on tonight.
Nice.
Try to win some more.
Hopefully, that's always the
goal.
The goal, but the ending may not actually turn out that way. But it's just cool to hang out with friends,
Well, you know where
good time.
you'll know where I'd be at for the next 26 weeks. Either Lorraine Raceway Park or Painesville Speedway. Invitations.
See, what you need to do is when you get this new guy coming in to help you announce, you should just have him take over Painesville and you take Lorraine. That way you don't have to go back out there.
Yeah, that was already discussed, and that's not going to happen. So,
well, I tried.
Yeah, I tried to, and Junior's he looked at me like, "Are you serious?" I told him yesterday we're at the doghouse. I said, "Junior, now that we got Ben around, I kind of need a favor for June 20th because Bad Juju's at Rocking on the River, and they open up." He goes, "What's that?" I said, "I'd like to leave at 9 o'clock." And he goes, "Not happening."
Oh, so you're not going to be at Rocking on the River? Oh.
That's some bullshit. No offense.
Horseshit.
Yeah. Maybe we get rained out that day.
Well, then it's going to be raining there. So
Yeah.
that's you can't.
I mean, I'd much rather go see. I wouldn't much rather. I'd go see Bad Juju play in the rain because they'll still play because they're They got a overage over the top.
Yeah, but you're going to sit in the rain?
Bring a poncho.
I've seen I've seen races in the rain. Nothing like hearing music in the rain.
Easy there, Creedence Clearwater. Have you ever seen the rain?
Have you ever?
Where are they playing at tonight?
Bad Juju?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Really? They had the night off.
Actually, Shane's buddies played in his town last night, and he didn't even go support them.
Don't even go there.
Mike,
Hey,
We had this conversation.
did Chris show up?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I hope he showed up.
He didn't show up for the barbecue.
He did not. He was making money, I guess.
Yeah. So
No, but our boys, Alt 95 are going to be playing in Greenville tonight.
how close is that to you?
I'm not going. It's an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
That's Adam's like fourth or fifth favorite band behind Shinedown, Journey,
Local bands are different than like mainstream bands. Alt 95 is always going to be number one in my heart, like I told you.
Does Brad know that that their band is that he's not number one? You're number
Oh,
one.
Brad's number one. You know that. Braddy Daddy.
Alt 95 is like your fourth or fifth favorite band.
Shut up, Chipper. Go lose some money in poker.
In 2 minutes.
All right, so for Chipper, ladies and gentlemen, for Shane O'Mac, the VIP, the man who's on multiple networks.
Unbelievable, this guy.
And for the guy who just got inaugurated in, make sure you guys stop up and see him at the Moose tonight. He'll be there signing autographs from only 8 to 10. And 50 pictures I heard that are available, and that's it. First come, first serve basis. So if you get a picture of Adam, make sure you guys send it to us and let us know what number you are. We're going to get it. What do they call it with backups?
Right.
We're gonna
Get it rated.
graded. Yeah, we'll get it graded and certified.
And since it's only 50 autographs, it's 1 of 50, 2 of 50, 3 of 50.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Adam will
Exactly.
be autographs.
I'll be on eBay Monday morning seeing how much they're going for.
And if you guys ain't doing nothing tonight, Lorraine Raceway Park is opening up Autism Awareness Night. Chris Biggin.
Wait, Adam, I'll have Brave Banner start collecting those cards too.
Oh yeah, but put that add to his collection.
Chris Biggin will be on the national anthem. So until next week, ladies and gentlemen, for Dynamite Day, for Adam, for Shane O'Mac, and for the old grumpy guy Chipper, we didn't get a new nickname for him. We'll see you guys here next week. And who won't be here next week? Chipper will not be here.
No show next week because I won't be here.
That's why you don't have a nickname.
Well, it's fine. No show next week because I won't be here.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Later, boys.
See you guys.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?